Hi guys, this is Jay from JTBR. Now I told you in the previous video I got a new set of bookshelf. So I was thinking maybe you should do a bit of a bookshelf tour. I'll show you what kind of books I have in my collection, maybe point out some of the notable books. Here we go. Now I can't get the entire shelf in the camera angle. I'll just show you bit by bit. Now just on the top shelf, just an extra space I filled with the stuff I don't need very often. You can see that there's some box sets for One Piece manga. Let's have a look. You would have guessed by now I'm a huge board game collector. Now the first shelf and the third one are mostly fantasy and sci-fi, my favorite genres. I mostly sorted these in alphabetical order by author's name. I've only read like maybe half of all these books. Now, these are probably one of the most ambitious ones I have in the collection, the Book of Malazan. Now, I know I've got all 10 volumes here, but I've only up to volume 1. But yeah, I'm just taking my time through it. Now, these two are the ones I'm currently reading. And the whole Realm of the Elderlings. Now, this is the last book in the series. I personally really love the cover on this one. Maybe I should do a video with all the book covers I love. Now, the James Arlington's Lycaeus trilogy. Now, I have a special fondness to this author because he is also Australian, and I love how he's implemented time travel or time-related elements in the fantasy. Now, the Wheel of Time, of course. Some Stephen King. Now, I'm not a huge fan of King's books. I feel like they're too American, if that's a thing, but I still do enjoy them. And Dark Towers, I haven't actually started on the Dark Towers series, but I heard some good stuff about it, so I'm looking forward to it. Now, I'm also in the middle of reading Jade War as well. Very looking forward to Cixin Liu's The Three Body Problem trilogy. Also, a great book, Lies of Locke Lamora. Now, it wouldn't be a fantasy bookshelf without A Song of Ice and Fire. I've got some volumes of Terry Pratchett's Discworld series and Harry Potter. Now, Brandon Sanderson, one of my favorite fantasy authors. Best trilogy if you want to start the journey in fantasy reading. Now, these are the Stormlight Archive, Sanderson's magnum opus. I think I'm currently up to Oathbringer, so I still got to read these two. Now, this is the Witcher series. Now, Witcher 3 was one of my favorite video games ever, and I didn't really like the show, but I love the concept in that series. And of course, Middle Earth Saga by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, I've read this book a while ago. This is actually a new copy that I got recently. Now, I'm doing a reread of this series, and I'm currently up to the Fellowship of the Ring. Now, Sword of Kaigen by M.O. Wang, one of the best standalone fantasy novels I've ever read. And again, one of the best standalone sci-fi I've read. NU's Project Hail Mary. Now, I know there's a movie that's coming out with Ryan Gosling. I'm very looking forward to it. There's some more sci-fi, Murderbot series, and One Piece. Now, I used to watch a lot of animes, but now I probably didn't have any time to do so. But I still do read One Piece, and I'm currently up to volume 38. I didn't have enough space to display the entire series, but yeah, I've got the rest of the books in the box set on top of the shelf. Also, some One Piece card game. I think this is a like anniversary set or something. But yeah, I don't get to play the card game a lot since it requires two people. But I love collecting the cards. Now, some comic books. I'm a huge fan of Marvel, especially the Spider-Man. And yeah, there were times I was really into D&Ds. I think ever since I started playing Baldur's Gate 3. These are just some reference books or manuals. And yeah, another hobby of mine, chess, some chess related books, and some kids games for my boy. Now the middle shelf is not really fantasy related. These are just the other non-fictions or other sort of classic literature or any sort of fiction that I couldn't really categorize. I actually did enjoy reading *Sapiens* by Yuval Noah Harari. I haven't read the rest of the series by that author. Murakami, I was gifted this one, I think last Christmas. I quite enjoyed this one. It has a typical Murakami vibe. Yeah, so that's it. And I've put all my Korean books here that I brought from home, and some more small card games. Now, while I'm at it, I should do a bit of a tour for my board game collection as well. I used to play a lot of board games, but ever since I moved, I didn't quite get the right group to play. But yeah, I am a huge fan of collecting and playing board games as well. So I collected all these in a span of about 7, 8 years. I've sold a lot of them since I don't play anymore. But yeah, I still have a lot. Now I'm looking to find a gaming group, with a similar passion or similar taste, because I tend to like very complicated, like epic big games. Or maybe I'll just wait for my son to grow up and play with. So there you go. I'm very happy to have a bookshelf that can hold all my collection. I cannot wait to go through all these books. And like I said, that just gave me an idea. I should do a video on all the covers that I love, because some books have gorgeous, like beautiful covers that should be recognized. There you go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.